Kyle texted me right back to Poland. It's good for the skin. This is so much potatoes. Jestem Polakiem. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. So I'm stuck in Spain right now because I'm waiting on my visa to process. So for now, the only way that I can travel is through food. So I was craving pierogi. So I asked a bunch of my friends from Poland, what's the secret to making the best pierogi? Here's some of the responses I got. And it basically all boiled down to one thing. Don't use any egg in the dough. And I don't really have a recipe. I just kind of watched some videos online and I'm just gonna kind of wing it. So let's see what happens. So I'm gonna make a pierogi ruskie, which is potato, cheese, and onion. I don't know if that's racist or not, but that's what it's called. I got my papas or my ziemniaki. I don't think I need to peel them. I'm not going to. Don't be mad, Polish people. Just rough chops. Yeah, I think the last time that I had pierogi was when I was living in Poland. Okay, now onions. Don't forget, it's really good to reuse your old containers. Get all these onions chopped up. Another trick is that you just need to have a sharp knife, because what makes you cry is when you're breaking down the inside. So if your knife is not sharp, you're just crushing it instead of cutting it. So I don't know, a lot of people might not know about this, but this is one of the best techniques. You keep the root intact, cut it in half, and then this is all you have to do. Cut, but not all the way through to the root. See how it's not reaching all the way down to the bottom? Cut lines like this. Boom. You can do 1, 2 little cuts like this, and then at the end, all you're left with is the little root, and your onions are diced. Beautiful. And you're not crying. For a long time I lived in a hostel, and part of my daily tours that I was supposed to do was taking people to eat Polish food, and one of the places I took them was Przystanek Pierogarnia, which means pierogi station. A little tiny place, probably you could fit 10 people total in the inside. So I would take people there during the daily tours, and the only thing they sold there was pierogi and borscht. It's like a beetroot soup, and I'm telling you, pierogi and borscht is like the ultimate hangover cure. Since I was running pub crawls there, every morning when I was super hungover, I would just go get a whole bunch of pierogi and then a side of borscht. Borscht. Boom, you see that? Look at all those onions, and look at my eyes. 0 tears. Like I said, the secret, do this technique and have a sharp knife. Okay, now let's put all these, there's so many onions. Put all these onions to the side. You top it with onions. So half of this is for the filling, half of it is to top it as well. Now I'm gonna put the bacon in. This, honestly, is the only 2 pans that I use in the kitchen. Shout out to Charlie's mom, Severine, who got those for me. If anybody knows me, they know I love kitchen equipment. That's my go-to. If you're ever gonna get me a gift, get me kitchen equipment. I was like a little kid when I got these pans, just finding excuses to cook everything and anything. Put the bacon into a cold pan so it renders out more of the fat. So for the dough, this is, I think, the most important part, and I have no idea how to make it. I've made doughs before, so I'm gonna just kind of go by what I know. I'm just gonna make some dough, roll it out, and hope that everything goes well. I don't know, about that much flour. You just eyeball everything. Ooh, it's smelling good already. Okay, do that. A bit of salt. Some oil, a couple of tablespoons. Just mix that up a bit. And the best way to do it is just use your hands, just get in there. So we'll do half of it. Like I said, the best way to do it is just put your hands in there. You gotta get a feel for it. There's no, you measure with your eyes, you measure with your heart. See, like, I know for a fact right now that I put way too much water. So then just sprinkle a little more. Cooking is supposed to be fun. It doesn't have to be this super structure thing, unless you're baking. If you're baking, then yeah, scratch everything that I said and go look at the recipe book. But for everyday cooking, just follow your heart. I think the dough's coming out really well though. If you thought I was gonna stay clean during this, you had another thing coming. And now I'm just gonna knead the dough a little bit and knead it for 1 or 2 minutes until it's smooth. Yeah, look at that technique. Pretty impressive, isn't it? No big deal. So now, throw it back in the bowl. Just let it rest while I finish everything. Okay, this bacon is done. Nice and crispy. Look at that. Beautiful. And we want to keep that bacon fat in there. That's what we're going to cook the onions with. I'm already so excited for this. Woo! Woo! Now we just gotta let these onions caramelize a bit. So you gotta get all that good stuff from the bottom. See, when you put the onions, they start picking up all that crispy, cooked bacon stuff that's stuck on the bottom. That's where all the flavor's at. Now, we just gotta let the onions cook down. I'm gonna throw a little bit of balsamic vinegar in the onions. It's just, I don't know why. I learned it when I was working in a restaurant. That's how they caramelize their onions, so. Helps them get the color too. Beautiful. Okay, so the potatoes are ready. Now I'm gonna mash them. I'm gonna mix in the cheese. I'm gonna mix in half the onions and then taste it. That was another, look at this comment. Also, by the way, America, why is Europe living in the year 2050? Check this out. Removable handle. That's cool. So like I said, I love kitchen equipment. So I bought myself one of these. Clip it. Boom. Clip-on strainer. Another little trick of the trade, put the potatoes back on there and they'll steam dry. You hear all the water's evaporating. So mash them. I don't have what you guys would call a potato masher. I call it a bean smasher because that's what we use it for. We use it for beans. It's good for the skin. Okay, so if you don't have a potato smasher, just use a fork. Do you think that this is supposed to be lumpy or smooth? I think it's supposed to be smooth-ish. I think a little lumpy is okay. I'm not sure. I'm not Polish. Everybody's gonna be messaging me saying, you're not supposed to put the skin in. I can also chuck a little butter in there. I'm doing it. So all we have in Spain is queso fresco de vaca. All the recipes that I looked at said farmer's cheese, and I don't know what that means. It's like, I mean, it's quite crumbly and it looks like it'll get nice and melty in there. So let's crumble that in there. Let's give it a taste. Not a lot of flavor, but I know it's gonna help with the texture, the consistency. Beautiful. Now you see, gotta combine it all. That's a lot of potatoes.
What were you saying at the beginning?
I was gonna use more potato. I thought it was gonna be enough, but now I'm like, this is so much potatoes. All right, now I'm gonna do like most of the onions because the rest are just for a topping. So I'm just leaving those for the topping. Here we go. Dang, this is awesome. I'm so excited for this. I feel like I'm a real Polish person. Jestem Polakiem. The first few times that I ever went to Poland, I learned some Polish, but I was learning from children because I was teaching English and I had them teach me Polish. So the only things I knew how to say were like, I saw a cat, widziałem kota, I saw a cow on the field, widziałem krowę na polu, and my favorite Polish joke, jak się nazywa mucha bez ucha? I never learned anything actually useful until I was actually living there. Taste test. Wow, that's almost perfect. I think a tiny bit more salt, but that is so good. I think it's coming out really well. I got it off Temu for like $1, but it's still really cool. Honestly, I'm not that great at rolling out dough, although I do make a lot of flatbreads, and I have to roll them out, but they never, ever, ever come out in a circular shape. My mom, she makes tortillas de harina, similar, but hers are perfect circles. Mine come out in the weirdest shapes. Dang, that's pretty dough. That's pretty dough for not having used a recipe. So I put some on top. You can see how you see this weird shape that's coming out. And you have to roll it out pretty thin. That looks good. It looks quite thin. Okay, let's try it. Let's just try. That looks good. Alright, so I made the circles. Now, it's extra off. Okay, so here's my pretty little circles. Now, spoon. Spoonful. That's way too much. Dang, so this is the hard part. This is where all the little grandmas excel, and the non-Polish people are like, what? Okay. Hold on. Yeah, maybe that one was just too full. Now, famous crimp that you see. All right. Now I'm gonna do this 100 more times and I'll be right back.
As it turns out, making pierogi is not something that you want to do by yourself. So I had to call in the cavalry and have Charlie come and help me. And while this wasn't a competition, as it turns out, one of us was just a little bit better than the other at making pierogi.
Before she showed this, first of all, she came over here and picked the ugliest one and picked her prettiest one, so keep that in mind. True or not true?
Which pierogi looks more like a pierogi? So this is Alan's, and it looks like a caterpillar. Hello? This is my pierogi.
That was the first one I ever made.
This is, no, it's not. This is the last one you made.
It's not.
Just saying. Who has the best technique?
Anyways, so once it's like boiling, put them to boil, and when they float, that's when they're mostly ready. Luckily, I have these that I made earlier. I'm just joking. How cool would that be though? I'm not that prepared like the cooking channel. Let's throw it in. What is this?
That's
Who
yours.
I 100% did not make this
You
one.
make that one.
What is that?
It's a caterpillar.
It looks
That's
like
what I said.
it looks like Arnold from Hey Arnold. Arnold.
Arnold
I didn't. I
pierogi.
think you made that one.
No, you did.
That I did not make that. That's not even the right.
Flashback to the video when I showed this exact same pierogi.
What?
This is Alan's. Looks like a caterpillar.
They're starting to float.
Oh.
Some of them are. Dang, I'm Polish now. All right, here's the finished product. Boom, pierogies finished. I made 6,000 of them. Oh Boże. Kocham polskie jedzenie. Sorry, I think the spirit of Magda Gessler just overtook me and spoke through me because of how amazing my food is. But honestly, these are very good. Try this recipe. I'm gonna go eat these. If you make it, smacznego. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.